morning, my darlings, my angels, my loves. I'm late to my own party. I'm late to my own stream. Thank you, everyone, for being here already. I have some things I want to talk about today, and I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do this in the first place because you better believe that people get so riled up in my comment section. And I was going back and forth, good morning. I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to talk about this. But the reality is, I think that some of the trolls that I get, I think that some of the bullshit that I get in my comment sections is a good starting point for us to talk about very important things. And honestly, here's another part of this. I have been so frustrated. So, okay, this has to do in large part in response to a clip of my live stream that I posted yesterday. And it's so funny to me in so many different ways, and I'm excited to get into it with you guys. But the reality is, another part of the reason that I wanted to talk about the YouTube comments I very often get that piss me off. Also, my hair is wet. I'm so sorry. I was like so late. Another reason that I wanted to talk about this with you guys this morning is because 99% of why I do this, why I live stream and make, what do you mean the kids are here? Like there are, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Oh, I see, because I call myself Mother. Mother's in the house. Yeah, okay. That's hilarious. Okay. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because 99% of the reason that I make this content, that I stream, that I, do any of this is to help people, right? Is to meet people where they're at on their deconstruction journey, is to inspire us to build a better future. It's to talk about current events. I'm doing all of this stuff for everyone all of the time. And you know what? This 1%, today, I need to talk about this stuff because I need to stop fucking thinking about it. And I think the only way for me to stop thinking about it is for me to approach it head on. There are so many comments I get on a regular basis, and I swear to Goddess, I hope all of the people who comment these things see this one live stream. If you see nothing else on my channel, I'm now at 13,000 subscribers. I really hope I need to put this on the homepage so everyone understands what I deal with and what I understand, and you don't have to chirp about in my comment section anymore, okay? So I'm gonna be fired up here. And that already gets into one of the things, okay? I'm going to be fired up here, and I'm going to be saying you guys a lot. I'm going to be like, you don't have to tell me this, da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to be saying the word you a lot. I'm not talking about you specifically, the viewer. But you know what? You're not tuning into my channel for a cozy, chill, calm vibe, okay? You guys know at this point that I get riled up. And that is one of the very first things that always pisses me off. I hate comments. I hate comments about, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. You need to be chill. You can talk about these things without getting emotional. That is one of my least favorite comments. Okay, see, so I have like the live here, calm down is in the top right of the thumbnail of this because I get it all the time. I get it all the time, you guys. And I just want to challenge people. Like, one of the things that I want to bring up here is I just want to challenge people to ask yourself why you feel the need to comment this shit. I don't understand that. I have never, in the history of me being on the internet since I was like 16 years old, I have never been like, let me comment about my feelings on this person's platform. I have never been like, oh, I disagree with them. Maybe my comment will change their mind. I have never been a comment warrior. I don't get it at all. But I apparently need to address it because some people are actually pissing me off, and some people, again, this is a launching point for a lot of things. God damn it. It's right after I blow dry my bangs that they are just the weirdest and it's the hardest to deal with. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. There's just so much. This is just a launching point for some of the things that we need to talk about, that I'm pissed off about. And I know that if I'm pissed off, then I'm certainly not the only one pissed off. I'm not calm. I'm not a calm person. Actually, in reality, in my day-to-day life, I'm going around and you wouldn't believe how much of a go with the flow, very much like, you guys let me know what you want to do. Like, we can talk about whatever you want. Chill kind of person I am. I don't talk about this stuff in real life because you got to be normal. You know what I mean? Like, I can't like be in the grocery store in the supermarket line and start ranting about, whatever right off the bat. Like, we have to be able to navigate reality with other people in a very kind and polite and respectful way. I try to promote that on a regular basis. In the sense that I always say, I don't care what you believe. I need you to be kind to people. I don't care what you believe. Why are you in my comment section trying to convince me or others? Do you think maybe it's just to prop up your own validation? Do you think maybe it has nothing to do with what I'm saying in the first place? How many times do I hop on here and say, hey, we need to make sure we leave room for people who view things differently than us or whatever? Oh my goddess. Okay. I want to pull up this video yesterday and we're just going to go through it. We're just going to go through it. Yep, most people just get on here to validate their own bullshit. And again, this is a launching point to what I think is some really problematic things, specifically in the atheist community. Look at that, 13,000 subscribers. Okay, I don't care. I don't care how vain that sounds. Oh my God, I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. Okay, let me look. Where is the video? Okay. First of all, I love I love how I edited the opening of this video, so we are just going to watch it for a second because I was really proud of this. Okay, ready? What is a woman? You love to comment that on all of my videos. I can't tell you how many times I have seen you. No sound. God damn it. I'm already fucked up. I'm already so mad too. Okay. Let's try this again. What is a woman? You love to comment that on. And let me just preface this. Okay. I have gone back and forth on whether or not I wanted to talk about it today, but apparently I can't stop thinking about it, so I just need to get it out of my system, all right? RIP sound, LOL. I know, the sound is back. I know. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry. I was late to the stream. My hair's still wet. I have OCD. Great, thank you. Oh my God. Okay, so I apparently need to talk about trans rights and explain that to atheists who maybe consider themselves more libertarian or right-wing or whatever, because they love their obsession with objective reality and biological realism and material reductionist points of view. And apparently we need to talk about it because I just can't, I can't even talk about feminism on this channel. I can't talk about gender at all without someone chirping about this. And it's not just one person. I only talked to one person in this video, but it's not just one person. There are a lot of people. I get emails about this, you guys. I get emails about the trans question, you know, or the title of the email will be trans ideology, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I was just trying to talk about women in the church in this live stream that we're about to watch a clip of. And apparently I need to explain trans rights to people and how we're conflating different concepts here. And it's, oh my God, I touch my hair far too often. Oh my God. I can't. All right. Okay. Oh my God. I knew what I was getting into. Okay. You know what? I'm not looking at chat. I'm literally covering up chat, and we're going to talk about what I want to talk about. You guys are in, okay. We need to address this. Apparently, you guys are being very crystal fucking clear that we need to address this. So, okay, we're gonna watch the opening of this clip that I made, and then we'll go from there. What is a woman? You love to comment that on all of my videos. I can't tell you how many times I have seen you hop onto my YouTube videos and chat away and comment away and chirp away and say, what is a woman? What is a woman? What is a woman? I don't care what you think about womanhood unless you're causing problems for women. Okay. And that is an important point, and I will just kind of like let that video be for now. That is really what this boils down to. It's a level of manners, because one of the things that I think the internet provides people is anonymity. And so you can hop into my comment section and let out all of your frustration about gender expression, or the fact that you think that women shouldn't be able to say they have penises or whatever. People are literally commenting on this video about over and over and over again, multiple people. Okay, it happens all of the time. I think we really need to start examining why, first of all, why we feel so empowered to comment that stuff on a YouTube video, like it's actually a productive conversation. Like, what is the point of multiple people commenting on this video and being like, oh, she's got the woke mind virus or whatever? What are you trying to accomplish other than just chirping into the void? I don't understand it. Second of all, you guys really need to examine why you are so obsessed with transgender people, okay? Because another reason I was going back and forth on whether or not I even wanted to talk about this is because I imagine that everyone is kind of tired of trans people being used as pawns in a political debate. And it's so frustrating. Another comment that I always get in my YouTube videos is about how just because you're an atheist, it doesn't mean you're a conservative. And I can't tell you how many times I will literally look in the camera and say, now, I'm an atheist, but I'm also a leftist. However, I recognize that there are some Christians who can be Marxist, or there are some atheists who consider themselves fiscally conservative. I can look in the camera and say that, and I will still have multiple comments just going to town and saying like, I'm a conservative atheist. Atheism has nothing to do with politics. It blows my mind. It blows my absolute mind. And the thing, okay, so I've gone back and forth on whether or not I wanted to even talk about this, because I don't think it's fair to just prop up transgender people as the ultimate defining factor between left-wing and right-wing social politics. Do you understand? But if I need to address it, I will, because in this house, we support trans people. There's no wiggle room for that. There is no wiggle room for that, okay? And so I don't appreciate people coming into my comment section and giving anti-trans rhetoric. Now, I understand that it can be a difficult concept to grasp if you don't intentionally do your own research. So maybe if you click on this thumbnail and you're exposing yourself to this conversation, maybe this can be a good launching point for you to start to open up your mind a little bit. Because to tell me that I am personally attacking my own womanhood by being open to trans women is absolute bullshit. Because first of all, you know why it's particularly bullshit? Because I know that you're a man saying that. How are you, a man, going to tell me about my own womanhood? First of all, I'm not available. Second of all, okay, let's break this down so that we have an actual launching point here. When atheists who are not interested in accepting trans people talk about biological reality, okay, they really struggle with coming to terms with the fact that gender, they will even admit that gender is a social construct, okay? That gender is a social construct, but we can't ignore biological reality, and trans people are trying to ignore biological reality. Well, let me give you an actual reality here, okay? Because if you can accept that that gender is a social construct, but that at some point there is like a biological reality. Like, obviously we live in the 3D world. We're moving through space and time. I understand the materialism that so many atheists find very, very important. I consider it important too. Objective reality is important to me as well, okay? But what we need to be able to do is have a consensus on where that starts and stops, because I think that a lot of people are missing the mark and thinking that it is like the physical expression of ourselves, of our authentic personhood or whatever, that you are equating with biological reality. And that is not the case. That is not the case. The line that we need to get to is like, when people say you can't change your X and Y chromosome, your chromosomes, like that's it. That's the only thing right now that we can't really change right now. Who knows what science will be able to change in just a couple of 100 years. And at that point, we need to be able to, we need to be able to evolve with that, okay? Because now we do have the technology for hormone therapy, for surgeries to alter our reproductive system. And even I, first of all, let me just make some clarity here. Even I have so much room to grow on this topic because I am cisgender. It is on me to educate myself, but I need the atheists who are struggling with this to understand that everything beyond chromosomes, everything beyond it, I'm talking body, I'm talking expression, I'm talking sexual preferences, everything else is a spectrum. Do you understand? And even the concept of X and Y chromosomes being biological reality is really not that fair to say, because intersex people exist. Intersex people are some kind of combination, whether they have these chromosomes but their reproductive organs don't match up to tradition or whatever. There's all kinds of iterations of people on this planet, and at the end of the day, what I need us, even if you can't grasp that concept, that what you're calling biological reality really stops at chromosomes. That's really the absolute bare minimum, absolute maximum, I should say. That is the absolute maximum of biological reality. And even that's not always, it should be considered set in stone or whatever, right? But that is the absolute maximum of biological reality that you have any room to argue. The rest is fluid. The rest is a spectrum. The rest, if it's bothering you, you need to ask yourself why it's bothering you, okay? Now, another thing I wanted to point out here is it's really none of your goddamn business. At the end of the day, are you seriously going to go around and start asking people about their genitalia? That's insane. That's insane. I don't know how you could possibly live like that. You need to understand that even what I'm talking about is really none of my business, because that is between an individual and their physician, what their actual, chromosomes say, or wherever they're at in their journey. All of this stuff is super private and personal, and you're out here trying to chirp in my comment section to hold up your point of view, and I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Because not only is it incredibly personal, but, for someone to live their life in whatever way they deem acceptable, but it's just a matter of manners. If someone walks up to you and says, "Hey, I have she, her pronouns," vibe. Okay. Why are you being so obnoxious? And also, my comment section, this is hilarious to me. This is where I know for a fact that they're not doing any internal work, because the person that I called out in this clip that we just talked about ended up commenting on this same video. And they're putting themselves out there. They're the ones commenting. And I understand that they're granted anonymity, but I won't even call out their handle here. But if you look in all of the comments on the clip that we just watched, there's an obsession there with women and penises. Okay. And I'm saying that just because that's what they comment over and over and over again. And I seriously need people who are obsessed specifically with trans women. I need you to ask yourself why you're so obsessed with that. Why that is more important to you than the innate human dignity of people, than the manners that dictate just be kind to people when they introduce themselves as whatever they want. It's insane. My comment section is insane. And I knew that. When I started making content like this. I knew that when I surpassed 10,000 subscribers, I would have to deal with this kind of insanity. And I would have to stand up for what's right. And it's just a launching point to these more difficult conversations for a lot of people. And I knew that getting into it. I just needed to talk about this because it's blowing my mind. The emails I'm getting, you guys, it's insane. It's insane. You guys need to calm down. You guys need to calm down. Also, about that, anyone who tells me to calm down ever again, I literally cannot. It's so funny to me. And I understand. I know that getting frustrated about people telling me to calm down is just feeding the machine. I know that. I don't care. I am not calm. I am not chill. Actually, I'm calm and chill all of the other hours that you don't see me. I hop on here because I'm upset and I'm pissed off and I'm not going to hide my emotions for you anymore. I'm tired of doing it. I've done that my whole life. And also, if a man, I need you, if you are commenting on my shit and saying, calm down, take a deep breath, it's not that big of a deal, it's not that serious, I better see you. I better see you on every single man's platform who gets just as opinionated, who has just as much of a serious take on things. I better see you in there saying the same shit to them. I feel a lot better. Not that I got that all out. I feel a lot better. I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. Also, I'm not. All right. I think I feel better. Is there any other comment that I need to address? Oh, this is a fun one. Let me find an example. Hold on. I saw one earlier. I'm in a cult. Oh, that's a great one. This one. A Bible verse. A drive-by Bible verse. That's my absolute favorite. I love a drive-by Bible verse. That's my absolute favorite. Oh, I'm sure Male Rights USA was freaking out about female sports. Yeah, sure. If we need to talk about sports too, why are we playing sports? Like, I don't care about sports. I'm sorry. I'm not the person to ask about that. I'm really not the person to ask about that. If you're not upset, you're not paying attention. Thank you for some sanity. Thank you. So, yeah. I don't really know about the sports situation. I imagine that there's a great solution that I'm just not privy to because I just don't think about sports at all. As far as the bathrooms, why are we doing that? Why? Oh my God. Just like breathe. Just, you guys need to calm down. I'm so over it. I'm not chill. If you want someone chill, there are so many like cozy streamers that is a genre that exists. You can just go there. You can just go hang out with the calm people. You don't need to tune into me. You don't. And so it's funny when I get people telling me to calm down. Like, why are you commenting? And then I'll get like, this isn't good for your health to get all riled up. Actually, if I don't let it out, that's when it gets unhealthy. Hello, I am not interested in repressing myself for the status quo ever again anymore. No, thank you. No, thank you. Can I play the banjo? No. Yeah, the sports institutions can and do deal with that issue, not random men and their couches. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh no, don't reverse troll the trollers. I'm not calling for everyone to, go reverse bully the bulliers. Like, leave them alone. I've addressed it. It's fine. I feel better. This one stream was about me this one time. Your rage is valid, queen. Thank you. Came for the fire. Love it. Thank you. Okay. I kind of did need some validation because I know I went off a little bit, but I don't know what else to do. I couldn't stop thinking about this. I was getting so mad. But yeah, anyway, I don't even know what else to talk about now. I was like so geared up for that. Oh, let's watch, actually, I was looking at this video, maybe, and we've watched this creator on the channel before. We've watched this creator on this channel before, but I think he makes some really good points about kind of this conversation that we're having. Genetically modified skeptic. why this video is called Why the Anti-Woke Right Has So Many Atheists. And it's something that I, again, talk about all of the time. I understand that atheism itself does not have anything to do with politics. You do not have to tell me over and over and over again. I know. I say that all the time. I am a leftist. I think it is more appropriate for atheists to continue their deconstruction process to the point where they deconstruct patriarchy and white supremacy and capitalism all the way to being a leftist. But you're right. Atheism, the word, has nothing to do with politics. I understand. But nonetheless, I do like the point at the beginning of this video, and we won't watch the whole thing, but where I think his name is Drew, genetically modified skeptic, addresses how most atheists are left-leaning, but not all of them. So let's just kind of tune into this for a sake of giving me a break.
Atheists are consistently measured to be the most left-leaning, LGBTQ-supporting, politically active religious identity group in the United States. Recently, 16 major American atheist, humanist, and secular organizations put out a collective statement affirming their commitment to protecting LGBTQ rights. This included some heavy hitters in the atheist world, like American Atheists, the Freedom from Religion Foundation, and Secular Coalition for America. Swing your fists in a room full of atheists, and you're basically guaranteed to hit someone on the political left, who will then probably chastise you for your transgression against a utilitarian ethic. So how in Sagan's name is there an atheist to anti-woke pipeline, and why do religious anti-woke types seem to embrace the guys that fall down it? Plenty of quality journalism and sociological research has been done on this, and I encourage you to read it. But as someone who has been deep in the atheist world for several years now, I think I can add to the conversation. Discussions on this often center around algorithmic radicalization and the fact that the lion's share of atheists are young white men. And while those are very important factors to consider, there is still more to it. Welcome to what is basically an old school GM Skeptic list video where I explain stuff by making a list and maybe bringing on a special guest to explain one of the points. If you love listing stuff and watching others list stuff, then drop me a number 1 in the comments. Idealism over materialism. While atheists typically believe that there is no literal realm...
This is so key to me. Whenever I talk about how social constructs are just as important as the objective physical world that we live in, there's a lot of frustrated atheists who have to comment, of course, and tell me that it sounds like dualism. That's something that I get a lot. But I really like genetically modified skeptics' take here, which is that even with the argument that all non-material phenomenon arise from material conditions, I still don't think generally the atheist community handles that appropriately. So okay, let's see what this point is.
Occupied only by mind, ideas, or spirit, but rather that everything, including the mind and its ideas, are a product of the natural. It's fairly common for atheists to focus on ideas as the root of material circumstances, rather than the other way around. After 9/11, certain atheist writers in the US responded to the attack by placing blame squarely on religious belief. One such response was found in Sam Harris' 2004 book, The End of Faith. A belief is a lever that, once pulled, moves almost everything else in a person's life. Beliefs are principles of action, whatever they may be at the level of the brain. They are processes by which our understanding and misunderstanding of the world is represented and made available to guide our behavior. Religious moderates are themselves the bearers of a terrible dogma. They imagine that the path to peace will be paved once each of us has learned to respect the unjustified beliefs of others. At the time, critics responded that while the beliefs of religious extremists undoubtedly played a role in the attack, Harris failed to sufficiently examine the material circumstances which drove the formation of those beliefs. Should atheists who assert that beliefs are a product of natural forces really treat belief as an uncaused cause in the chain of events? Regardless, Harris' approach here inspired countless atheists thereafter. David Silverman, once an atheist activist at the forefront of the atheist world, argued the following at Oxford Union in 2013.
Okay, we don't have to watch this whole thing, but I just really, I feel better. I know so many of you were probably so worried that. It's so important for me to feel better, but I do feel better. Also, Yeah, Male Rights USA, like, I stand by my mods. I really do. Um, I, I, I knew that this was a very charged conversation and that people can't handle it. But I feel better. So now we can actually get back to business tomorrow. If people can't handle, where I'm at with all of these super radical stances about people deserving their own dignity, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you don't have to be here. I'm not demanding, like, participation is optional, you know, it's not mandated. This isn't a test. It's just it's my platform, and in this house we support trans rights and dignity for all, and you know, we're anti-capitalist. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That is just who I am. And I guess I just needed to say this out there, to reiterate all of these things. Like, there are plenty of reasons that I talk about all of the time why I talk about both religion and politics in the same conversation, because I was raised to be a Christian conservative. I very much embrace not being calm or chill on this stream. I very much support trans rights in this house. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If you continue, like, I know that I'm going to continue getting these comments. I recognize that I'm actually not actually solving anything, but I did get this out of my system. And so now I can move forward, and maybe at 100,000 subscribers, I can do this again. All right. Because it's absolutely insane that I can say something, look at the camera and say, hi, the sky is blue, and people will comment. But what about when it's not? I'm literally, you guys, I don't know what to tell you. I need you to take deep breaths. I need you to take deep breaths. Stop telling me to calm down. You calm down. I'm over it. I'm done. All right. All right. All right. Tomorrow we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here, for participating. Thank you to my 106 viewers across Twitch and YouTube. I do have very fun plans for future streams. I know that this was very intense. Yes, we are at 13.2 thousand subscribers this morning. That's wild. That's really the win here. Look at this. I can't even believe it. Look at this. Look at her. That's crazy. That's crazy. In just like not even 15 weeks. 15 weeks as of Sunday. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone being here. I guess I just needed to make a hello 13,000 subscribers. This is what we care about here. It's not to say that no one is welcome. Everyone is welcome to have their opinions. Everyone is welcome to tune in. You know, as long as you're not being hateful in any way. But good absolute goddess, this is what I stand for. These are the things I stand for. So I don't know what else to tell you. First one I've caught live. Hello. So glad everyone has been here. Well, if asking you to calm down might provoke another amazing rant, please calm down. That's so funny. Yeah. So here we are. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I was thinking about doing the religious landscape study, but also I'm really interested in the, I'm really interested in the Oklahoma situation. So I live in Oklahoma. So Ryan Walters and the school board and the social studies and the lack of separation between church and state and all of these crazy things. You inspired me with your path out of Christian nationalism. Thank you. We're doing our best in this community. We're doing our best in this house. And there are plenty of ways to grow, and I'm excited for it. And I appreciate everyone being here. I know this was a shorter stream. I just needed to let some stuff out. I'll hold off, hopefully, until I get 100,000 subscribers for another stream like this. Tomorrow we will be back to regularly scheduled programming. And with that, I bid you adieu. Be safe, be well, make choices, live your life, be free. Don't let bigots get you down. Good absolute goddess. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go hug my dog because he looks cute over there. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Be safe, be well, make choices.